Mark it, March 20th, 2026, I'm calling it now. Project Hail Mary will win Best Picture at the Academy Awards next year, and potentially Best Adapted Screenplay. Hey, I'm Mike, I studied film, I work in TV, and if you love movies as much as I do, hit that subscribe button and get notified when new content's posted. Project Hail Mary is the best film I've ever seen. No, that's not hyperbole. For me, it's easily the best film of the year. Yes, I realize it's only March, but it has securely found its place as one of my favorite films of all time. It's being compared to films like E.T., Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and Star Wars. It is truly one of those movies that comes around once in a generation. And I don't use these words lightly. This will be a spoiler-free review, so don't worry if you haven't seen it yet. Project Hail Mary stars Ryan Gosling as Grace, a disgraced molecular biologist turned middle school teacher. He finds himself on a one-way mission to a distant star, Tau Ceti, to find out why it is immune from the effects of an invasive microbe that is slowly eating away at our sun and threatening humanity. Once there, he meets Rocky, an alien who has made his way to the same anomalous star for the same reason. His star is dying too.
So, I met an alien.
Together, they have to do the impossible, figure out why both of their stars are dying, then return home with the solution, and then maybe save both of their species from extinction. As Hollywood movies go, the stakes could not be greater. Visually, Project Hail Mary is stunning. I saw it in 70mm IMAX, but I could have watched Project Hail Mary on my phone without my glasses underwater, and the visuals would still be breathtaking. If you can believe it, it's like if 2001: A Space Odyssey had a baby with Interstellar. That's Project Hail Mary. It was adapted from the Andy Weir novel of the same name and remained remarkably true to the narrative, and the humor and the science of the novel. Andy Weir also wrote The Martian, so if you like your science fiction heavy on the science, you'll love Project Hail Mary. I had read the book and wondered if that would ruin the film for me. You know, sometimes when you know too much, you expect too much. But I think fans of the book are absolutely going to love the movie. The book dives deeper into the science and the discoveries they have to make in order to complete their mission, but the movie touches on it enough to give you a good sense of why, for example, Rocky has to be in a clear bubble, or how they learn to communicate, things like that. In the book, that takes chapters and chapters, but to the movie's credit, it doesn't ignore it or cut out the discovery. After all, it's that discovery that makes Andy Weir's book so engaging. Project Hail Mary is directed by the Oscar-winning duo Philip A. Lord and Christopher Miller. They're the pair behind the Lego Movie, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, 21 Jump Street, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which won them the Oscar for Best Animated Film. In some ways, Project Hail Mary is a major departure from their previous work. In others, it kind of follows a maturity curve that they've been traveling on for a while now. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs was cute, funny, it had heart. Then 21 Jump Street marked their live-action debut, a buddy film, a comedy. Then Inside the Spider-Verse, which was animated but explored some really deep themes. And now, with Project Hail Mary, it marks the evolution of a pair of filmmakers who are proving that they are here to be reckoned with. Project Hail Mary clocks in at a lengthy 2 hours and 36 minutes, and my first thought was they could have easily added another 45 minutes and it still would have felt short. The pacing is something to take note of. It moved, but it only felt rushed because I knew how long some of the hurdles the characters had to clear took to accomplish in the book. I promised myself I wouldn't compare it to the book. The film stands on its own and is true to the source material. But the scenes I found myself tearing up at the most were the ones that weren't in the novel at all. I really want to keep this spoiler-free, but there are a few touches that the film adds that are genuinely perfect, including a nice little reference to Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Oh, you thought I missed that reference? Oh no, that wasn't in the book either. The tones that Grace first uses to speak with Rocky are from Close Encounters. If you're a kid of the 80s like me, you'll know those tones. And that's why Project Hail Mary sits as one of my favorite films of all time. Like I said, these are my thoughts on Project Hail Mary. I'd love to read yours in the comments below. As always, film is about community. I'm Mike, and I love movies.